It is the middle of the night. The house is dark, and then you hear it. Thumpa, thumpa, thumpa. Your cat, scratching at her neck, biting at the base of her tail, licking, then scratching again. And you lie there thinking, oh, sweetheart, what is making you so miserable? An itchy cat suffers in silence. She will not complain. She will just scratch and lick and pull at her fur, hour after hour. I am Dr. Ellie, and tonight I will give you 7 gentle, natural ways to bring her real relief starting tonight. But I will also show you the one dangerous mistake, made by kind and loving owners, that lands cats in the emergency room, sometimes for good. Stay with me to the end, because that last part is the most important thing I will ever tell you about caring for a cat. But first, one fact that changes everything. A cat's body is not built like ours, or like a dog's. Deep in their liver, cats are missing some of the tools other animals use to break down certain chemicals. So things that are perfectly safe for you, or for the dog down the street, can build up in a cat and hurt her. So much remedy advice online was written for dogs or people, and quietly copied onto cats, and that is how loving owners cause harm by accident. So remember this tonight. For a cat, gentle is not just kind. Gentle is safe. Now, let us bring your cat some relief. The first fix is the simplest, the oldest, and honestly one of the most satisfying. The flea comb. A flea comb is a little metal comb with very fine, closely spaced teeth, and it is a quiet miracle. When you draw it slowly through your cat's fur, especially along the neck, the back, and right at the base of the tail where fleas love to gather, those fine teeth catch the fleas and lift them right out. Keep a bowl of warm soapy water beside you, and after each stroke, dip the comb in. The soapy water traps the fleas and they cannot jump back out. Make it a gentle evening ritual. Most cats, once they relax into it, actually love the feeling, because a flea comb is also just a wonderful scratch in all the itchy places. Go slowly, be tender around any sore or raw spots, and skip those areas entirely. You are not just removing fleas. You are giving your cat the one thing an itchy body craves, which is a safe pair of hands and a little relief. And you are checking her skin at the same time, so you will notice a problem early. The second fix is the one almost everybody misses, and it is the reason fleas keep coming back no matter what you do. Here is the secret. The fleas you see on your cat are only a tiny fraction of the problem. The vast majority of the flea world, the eggs, the larvae, the little pupae waiting to hatch, is not on your cat at all. It is in your home, in the carpet, in the cracks of the floor, deep in your cat's favorite blanket and the cushion where she sleeps. So if you only ever treat the cat, you are bailing water out of a boat that is still filling up. So win the war where the fleas actually live. Wash every soft thing your cat lies on, all the bedding, the blankets, the covers, in hot water, and do it often. Vacuum thoroughly and regularly. The floors, the carpets, along the baseboards, under the furniture, and then empty the vacuum outside straight away. This one habit, treating the home and not just the cat, does more to break a flea problem than almost anything else. It is unglamorous, and it works. And here is a small comfort if you feel overwhelmed. You do not have to do it all in one heroic afternoon. Pick the 2 places your cat sleeps the most, and start there tonight, with the blanket in the wash and the vacuum along that one corner. A flea problem is not broken in a day. It is worn down, a little each day, by the person who keeps showing up. That person is you, and that is enough. The third fix works from the inside out, and it is one of my favorites, because it does not just calm the itch, it strengthens the skin itself. Omega-3 fatty acids. The good oils, the ones found in fish oil. When a cat gets the right omega-3s, something lovely happens. The skin barrier, that thin protective layer that keeps moisture in and irritants out, gets stronger and healthier. And omega-3s act like a gentle, natural anti-inflammatory, quietly turning down the redness and the swelling and the urge to scratch from the inside. For some itchy cats, they even mean the vet can use less of the stronger anti-itch medicine. Now, here is the important part. Do not just grab a bottle off the shelf and guess. Cats need the right kind and the right amount, and too much of the wrong oil can upset their tummy or worse. So this is a quick, easy conversation with your vet. Ask them, is my cat a good candidate for an omega-3 supplement, and what is the correct dose? It is one of the safest, most natural things you can add, and done right, it helps an itchy cat from the deepest place, their own skin. And be patient with it. Omega-3s are not a pill you give tonight and see calm by morning. They work slowly, over weeks, quietly rebuilding the skin from within. Give it a month or two before you judge it. Keep it steady, and you will often look up one day and realize the scratching has faded into the background of your lives. The fourth fix is about the air your cat lives in and the simple magic of a brush. So much of a cat's itching comes from the world around her, the invisible things floating in the air of our homes. Dust mites, pollen that drifts in on the breeze, mold. Cats can be allergic to the very same things that make us sneeze in spring, and their bodies show it not with a runny nose but with itchy, irritated skin. You cannot make your home a bubble, but you can make it kinder. Keep things clean and low dust. A good air filter can help. And here is the gentle everyday hero. Brush your cat, regularly and softly. A daily brushing does not just feel wonderful to her, it physically lifts away the pollen and dust and dander caught in her coat before it can settle into her skin and start the itch. It spreads her natural skin oils, it catches loose fur before she swallows it, and it is 5 quiet minutes of closeness that both of you will come to look forward to. Simple. Free. And it works. The fifth fix is about soothing the skin that is already sore, and I have to be very careful here, because this is where good intentions can go wrong. When your cat has an angry, itchy patch, everything in you wants to put something on it to help. And you can bring comfort. A soft, cool, damp cloth held gently against a hot, itchy spot for a minute can take the edge off, the way a cool compress soothes our own irritated skin. Keeping her nails trimmed means that when she does scratch, she does less damage. A calm, quiet, stress-free home genuinely lowers itching, because stress makes cats overgroom. But here is my gentle warning. Do not reach into your own medicine cabinet. The creams and lotions and sprays that are made for human skin, and even many made for dogs, are not safe to put where a cat can lick them, and cats lick everything. Your cat will groom off whatever you apply and swallow it. So for anything you put on your cat, the rule is simple. Only what your vet has said is safe for cats. A cool cloth, gentle hands, trimmed nails, a peaceful home. That is safe soothing. That is enough to comfort her while you get to the real cause. The sixth fix is really a piece of detective work, because relief that lasts means finding what is actually driving the itch. There are a few usual suspects. The biggest one is fleas, and specifically something called flea allergy. Here is the cruel twist. Some cats are so allergic to flea saliva that it does not take an infestation to set them off. It takes one. A single flea bite can send an allergic cat into a storm of itching that seems wildly out of proportion, days of misery from one tiny bite. That is why you can look and barely find a flea, and still have a frantically itchy cat. It is the most common skin allergy cats have. Then there are food allergies, where something in the everyday diet is the hidden trigger, and environmental allergies to all those things in the air we talked about. Sorting out which one it is, that is teamwork with your vet. They might suggest a careful food trial, or testing, or a treatment plan. Your job is simply to notice the pattern, when it happens, where she itches, what changed, and to bring that story to them. You be the eyes. Let them be the detective. And do not be discouraged if the answer does not come all at once. Skin is slow to heal, and allergies love to hide, and sometimes it takes a few visits to peel back the layers. That is not failure. That is medicine doing it properly. Keep a little note on your phone, the dates, the spots, the flare-ups, and you will hand your vet a map that gets your cat comfortable faster than any guess ever could. And now, the seventh thing, the one I asked you to stay for. This is not a fix. This is a line you must never cross. This is the mistake that can kill a cat. So please, hear me carefully. There are 2 things you must never, ever put on or near your cat. The first is a flea and tick product made for dogs. I need you to understand how serious this is. Many dog flea treatments contain a chemical called permethrin, and a dog product can be 40, 50, 60% permethrin. A cat cannot break that chemical down. It builds up in their nervous system, and it causes drooling, then twitching, then violent muscle tremors, then seizures, and cats die from this. It is one of the most common serious poisonings vets see. And it happens to good people. Someone runs out of the cat product, sees the dog one in the cupboard, and thinks, It is basically the same thing, I will just use a little. It is not the same thing. It can be a death sentence. Never put a dog flea product on a cat. And be careful even after you treat your dog, because if your cat grooms your freshly treated dog, that is enough to poison her too. Keep them apart until it dries. The second thing is essential oils. I know, they are natural, they smell wonderful, they're in everything now. But, to a cat, many essential oils are poison. Tea tree oil, peppermint, citrus, cinnamon, pine, wintergreen, and more. A cat's liver cannot process them, and it does not take much. A few drops on the skin, a lick, even heavy use of a diffuser in a small room, can cause drooling, wobbliness, tremors, and real damage to the liver and kidneys. So please, no essential oils on your cat, not in a homemade flea spray, not dabbed on the skin, not in a plug-in diffuser in the room where she sleeps. Natural does not always mean safe. For a cat, some of the most natural-sounding remedies are the most dangerous. So, what do you do about fleas for real? You have your vet recommend a flea prevention made and dose for cats. That is the honest truth. The gentle things we talked about tonight, the comb, the clean home, the omega-3, the soothing, they bring comfort and they support her. But the thing that actually keeps fleas off a cat safely is a proper, cat-specific product your vet points you to. It is a 2-minute conversation, and it is the difference between guessing and truly protecting her. If you ever think your cat has gotten into something she should not have, do not wait and watch. Call your vet, or in the United States, call the Pet Poison Helpline. Keep that number somewhere you can find it. Minutes matter. Now, I do not want you to close this video frightened. I want you to close it feeling capable, because you are. Here is the truth underneath all 7. Bringing a cat relief is not about one magic cure. It is about 100 small, gentle, safe choices, and about knowing the few hard lines you never cross. That is not fear. That is love with its eyes open. I think of a cat named Marmalade, a big orange fellow whose family came to see me. He had been scratching for weeks, and they were beside themselves. They had tried everything they could find online, and thank goodness they came in before they tried the wrong thing. It turned out to be flea allergy, from just a few fleas they could barely find. We treated the home, we got him on a proper cat-safe prevention, we soothed his poor skin and supported it with omega-3. And within a couple of weeks, that frantic midnight scratching just stopped. He slept. His fur grew back. His family got their sweet, purring boy back. Not because of one miracle. Because they paid attention, they stayed safe, and they asked for help. That is all any of us can do, and it is everything. So tonight, before you go to sleep, do one small, kind thing. Go find your cat, get the flea comb, and give her a few slow, gentle strokes along her back and her neck. Watch her lean into it. Feel how much she trusts your hands. That quiet care, safe, patient, and gentle, is the beginning of every bit of relief she is going to feel. Tell me in the comments. Has your cat ever driven you a little crazy with scratching, and what finally helped? Your story might be the exact thing another worried cat parent needs to read tonight, so please share it. If this helped you care for your cat a little more safely, subscribe and stay with me, because this channel is for the cats too, and there is so much more I want to show you. Until next time, give your cat a slow blink and a gentle scratch under the chin for Dr. Ellie tonight. Stay kind, stay safe, and I will see you in the very next video.